Hello and welcome. This is Talk to SSBC, where we discuss cross-cutting issues. I am Duku Wilson, and today I am joined by Honorable Dr. Gaaniko Baime Kenedy, the Deputy Governor of Western Equatoria State, to discuss the issues of forestry and illegal logging in Western Equatoria State. Welcome to the program, Honorable.
Thank you, Comrade Duku Wilson.
It's my pleasure to have you today. Just if you can briefly tell us the general situation of Western Equatoria State in terms of security, social life, the economy, name them.
Yeah, thank you. On behalf of the Western Equatoria State government and on my own behalf, I want to take this opportunity to thank the SSBC for this important interview, which I believe it will help our public and our community to get the right information about the Western Equatoria State. The current situation in Western Equatoria State in terms of security, based on the last security report this morning, the state is relatively calm. Only there is incidents in Wetu, whereby one of the SSPDF have been shot dead. And other counties, in Tombura, Yambio, situation of security is relatively calm.
Okay.
The other aspect is the road to Western Equatoria between Mundiri and Meridi. There is a bad road there, whereby there is a big holes. Then there is a many cars, these are trucks, which automatically affects the raise of the prices in Yambio market. So the public opinion that the prices of the commodities in Yambio market, it is double because of the bad roads. In terms of the political development in the state, also the other political parties, they have the political space to do their political activities.
Like, for example, there were people that were displaced in Western Equatoria State to some other vicinity. Have they returned home? Have they started agriculture, their normal businesses?
First, the IDPs in Greater Tombura, it was due to the insecurity in Tombura. Some of them, there is a voluntary repatriation. And then, but majority of them, they're still in Izo, Yambio, Najero, even up to Wow. Because of the issue of insecurity, that's why some of them, they still not feeling comfortable, or there is a fear from unknown. They're waiting for the state government and national government as well to improve security so that they can go back to their places, which is one of the reasons why I'm here in Juba. In this juncture, I want to thank the President of South Sudan for being always there, a sample of peace and unity, people of Western Equatoria and people of South Sudan. They have responded positive that the only solution is that we need to organize a peace conference, peace and reconciliation conference in Tombura, so that people can reconcile and accept each other to coexist. That can bring the solution in Tombora. So hopefully by the first week of November, if all the logistics are available and provided, we are going to have the peace conference in Tombora. This is why now the IDPs...
Who are going to be involved in that peace conference?
The politicians and the son and daughters of Tombora, Greater Tombora, politicians and traditional authorities, youth, women, state government, and interface who are going to participate, and representative of the IDPs, and representative of the diaspora. Also, they will participate in this peace conference that we are going to conduct in the first week of November this year.
Okay. How is the relationship between the SPLM-IO and the SPLM-IG after the unification of, or the graduation of the unified forces?
Yeah. Yes. The relationship, it is so far good, because we are for peace, and then our mandate is to implement the peace agreement. Even though in some administrative issues, because it is something given that there is nothing that can be 100%. Still, there is ups and downs in Western Equatoria State, but we are trying our level best to manage it and to control it, because the unity of the people of Western Equatoria is paramount. And then we are for peace. We need to implement the peace agreement in spirit and letter. The relationship in terms of cooperation, in terms of consultation, it is a bit smooth, but not to that extent that people are expecting. Also, there is the issue of the IDPs also in Greater Mundri due to the flood. There is almost more than 6,000 IDPs, the displaced people. But we are going to manage that soon with the humanitarian agencies, and then so that they can support our people with food items and non-food items. Yeah.
Okay. So moving away from there, may you just tell us briefly about the state of forestry in Western Equatoria State?
Yeah, thank you so much for this question. We met the Minister of Environment and Forestry, Honorable Josephine Napon, and together with her and the Secretary for Forestry, Honorable Jaden Tangun, to brief them about the illegal cutting or illegal logging in Western Equatoria State. We discussed several issues related to the illegal logging, because Western Equatoria Forest, it is the only forest now in South Sudan, based on their report, whereby we need to preserve it and then protect it. When you protect the environment, we are protecting the life of the people. So, yes, there is illegal logging in Western Equatoria State, especially the one which is very serious in Greater Mundri, whereby there is briefcase companies.
General, if you can just briefly explain what do you mean by illegal logging?
Illegal logging, like these companies, they will go and cut these hardwoods without any official authorization from the national government or from state government. There is no documents they have. So they will tell us they got their license from the national government, and then the national government will be thinking they want to give them license. So that's why we are calling them illegal, because they did not follow the legal procedures to take the approval from the national government and to come and sign the MOU with the state government through the Ministry of Environment and Agriculture in Western Equatoria State. And then they are not paying in any loyalties, whether to the community or to the county or to the state government. So they will just go direct to our chiefs and give them something small, like $100, but the person will take a truck he can profit $20,000. So that's why we call it illegal.
Okay. So you mean that illegality can be legalized through when somebody is registered or a company is registered, that person is free to cut any tree in Western Equatoria State?
You know, when you register your company, there is a rule and regulations, and there is a guidelines and there is a policy of the Ministry of Environment, and there is a policy of the Ministry of Agriculture in Western Equatoria State. Like, I'll give you an example. You can cut one and then you plant 5. This is the policy. And then there is a forest keepers who have been recruited or have been assigned by the ministry to monitor that this policy is in place. But these companies, they're cutting trees without following the policy of the ministry. So for us as a state government, we want them to come. As a company, you come, you get approval from us, and then we will tell you where you can cut. And you're not just going to cut as you want it, any quantity that you want it. There will be approval. First, it can be for the period, for the specific period, first of all. We can give you 1 year. One, for example, and then the number of the trucks that you want it will be specified also in the MOU. You allow, for example, to transport 10 or 20 or 50 trucks. And then the location also matters. We will tell you, you cut in these geographical areas. From here to here, the area will be specified, and then you will work accordingly. You are not allowed to cross the area that was assigned to you by the state government, so that we can control and protect our forestry. And then you need to go by these rules and regulations. If you violate this agreement, automatically we can take another administrative procedures against you or legal procedures. So it is not open that you get approval, you just go to cut any quantity as you want, and then also you'll be monitored by the security organs, by the economic security. Also, you can be monitored by the CID to make sure that you have the official documents for doing the business or lodging in the
Thank you very much. We'll continue from there. Viewers, we are going for a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Hello viewer, welcome to Talk to SSBC. We are still talking on the state of forestry and illegal logging in Western Equatoria state. With me, I'm still having the Deputy Governor of Western Equatoria state, Honorable Dr. Kenedy Gaaniko Baime.
Thank you.
Honorable, if you can just briefly explain exactly those forests, when were they planted and who planted them, and who is the owner of those forests?
Yeah, this is a very important question. You know, the forest, there is a forest, you know, it's just natural. The government has planted. There is a forest that belongs to the national government. And there is specific trees like mahogany and teak, whereby Avazilia, whereby the state authority, we don't have power over it. It is the natural resources. We call it national resources.
Yeah.
And then that's why we need to get approval from the government. And also there is the individuals who can plant their trees, like you see the family. Like now, in our family, we plant many trees, like teak. You have right to plant the teak, and then and also mahogany and avazilia. So people can plant individual. You have a right, and then to plant that one belongs to you. It doesn't belong to the government. But when you want to sell it, this is where now the government will come in. This is why the revenue now, the state government will get the revenue. But there is other trees like avazilia and mahogany. This is natural. This is natural, as you know, our forest. So it was not planned by anybody.
So means anybody can cut.
But so it belongs to the national government now. So you cannot just cut as you want it. But we can allow the individuals to cut like not big big quantity, because they have right to cut something small and sell that can help their family, that can send their children to school, that can pay their medical bill. Okay, that one it is allowed, yes, within. But when it comes that you want to export big quantity, this is where now the national government will come in, because they want to give the license to that can allow you to export the natural resources.
Honorable, about a couple of months ago, the governor of Western Equatoria State, General Futuyo, gave an order banning all illegal logging in Western Equatoria State. How is the implementation going? And that banning of logging is targeting who? The local people who are just there to survive, to pay their school fees, or those ones that are going to log in big quantities and transport them?
Yeah, the order was announced that to ban the illegal logging, but have not been implemented. It's just there in paper, but there is no implementation. Where there is no implementation? Where people are not respecting the order of the government? Because even we, as a government officials, some individuals, we are doing illegal logging. And some generals, they are doing illegal logging. We don't respect the order of the government. Therefore, it's now gave room and opportunity to common people. When I say common people, those who are not in the government institutions, positions, like business people, some intellectuals, some leaders of the community. They say, okay, if you are banning, and then you are the one also doing the business, nothing will stop us also not to do like the way you are doing.
You
So
mean the government authorities are also involved in the logging?
individuals in the government.
Individuals in the
Yes.
government.
Now, that is true. Individuals in the government authority, Western Equatoria State, they have been involved.
Earlier on in your statement, you said you came to the national ministry to seek their support on how to control or protect the natural resource, which is the forestry in Western Equatoria State. How do you want to do this?
Because first, we need to establish a way of cooperation and coordination. Where there is a cooperation from the state government and national government, this is the first step that we need to take it very serious.
I thought the cooperation should have started within the authority of the state.
Yes. Why I say cooperation with the national government? Because some people will come that they have been given approval from the national government. They will just go direct to the specific county without coming to the state headquarters. You will just be surprised that our security personnel, they have arrested a truck carrying this quantity of the hardwood from Western Equatoria State. Now, when you ask them, they will say from the national government. When we ask them about the documents, they don't have the documents. That means they were not telling the truth. Therefore, we need to work together with the national government to arrest those people who are lying in the name of the national government, that they have been given license, but the reality that they don't have license.
This should have been done from the state, because the state is the implementer or the manager of the forest within the state. Because I believe that the national government will just support with ideas, but it is through the recommendation of the state authority to the national government for the national government to work with you.
Yeah,
yes.
That is why we are here. That we at the state level, we came out with the rules and regulations, how to regulate this, and then we present to the National Ministry of Environment, and also the National Ministry of Environment. Also, they have their policies, but the problem now, whether the policies of the state and the policies of the national government, National Ministry of Health, nobody wants to implement it. Like somebody can call you, I'm a general. This is my truck. I fought for this country. Yeah? Let my truck go. Yeah? So you see the problem here. So there is another level. We need the National Ministry of Environment to involve, to come, and then if it happened that this person is a senior government officials, now we can raise it to the National Ministry. So they can call the person and talk to the person and tell the person, no, you need to go to the state level. So when they're giving the approval, the person must go where? To the state level. So that to get another document that will allow him to do the logging. Also at the state level, yes, you are right. Our people, we don't respect the rules or the regulations. We don't respect the laws of this country. This is our problem. So some people want to be above the law, but you can't be above the law. You need to respect the laws. The law is above all of us.
Have you used the law against those who are doing illegal logging, like the state authorities, those individuals that are participating in illegal logging? Have you held them accountable?
Yeah, we have done part of it. That's why I'm telling you, somebody will come and say, okay, this one I'm taking it to solve my problem. I fought for this country, allow my truck to go. Now, if you can say it's going to create insecurity, then our personnel at the checkpoint, they will allow the truck to go, which is illegal. That's why we're saying this is illegal. You come to the state authority, we give you the license or we sign with you the MOU, and then you pay the revenue to the state. Why do you want to take the Avazilia without paying something to the community, without paying something to the county, without paying anything to the state? You can't just come. You cannot just come to my house. You start touching my things without me giving you the permission. You must come and ask me first. I'm the one to tell you where is the room for the guest, where is the kitchen, where is the bathroom, where you will sleep today, and where is the dining.
Yeah.
I know how my house is. I know how I organize my house. So you want to come and tell me no, like you are the one who built this house. I have a right to sleep in any room. But your work finish after you finish the building and then you give me the key. But now I'm the one to organize it. So the idea of that we are the one who fought we have right to cut this tree as we want, it is wrong. That's why I want to use this opportunity to inform all the people who are doing the illegal logging. Even our president is not happy with it. You are South Sudanese, you have a right to do the logging.
What is the extent now? How is the situation now? Has the trees been cleared all, or what is the magnitude at the moment?
This one is almost 80% finished, my brother. It's almost 80% finished. Even we are going to face the problem of rain now. We are going to see that Western Equatoria maybe in another 5 years to come. The problem of rain.
Any plans of planting more trees?
But they're supposed to plant who are cutting. You cannot cut more than how more than 50,000. Because the time you cut, you plant, but they're not even planting. First, they're not planting. Two, they don't want to pay the revenue. Three, they're using the power. Their powers that I'm Fulan, I'm A and B. So this is the problem. This is why we're saying, how can we protect our environment? As a government of South Sudan, at the state level, at the county level, as well as the national level. We can't keep silent, because this forest, it's for the generation to come. It's for our children. We will not be there when there will not be rain. Yeah. People will suffer, because Western Equatoria, we are farmers. And then if you're cutting tree like that, it will affect the productivity of our farm. And then it will affect the locals. Now we are thinking that everything is coming from Uganda. As Emmanuel Kembe, one of his sons. Shata Dijam in Uganda. Tamati in Uganda.
Uganda.
Yeah. To speak in Uganda.
Everything Uganda.
Samag in Uganda.
Sure.
Everything in Uganda. Yeah. Why? Manga in Uganda. Pai in Uganda. Western Equatoria, it is the food basket. Yeah. For South Sudan. So by doing this illegal cutting, by not protecting the environment, we are destroying this country indirect.
What is the way forward?
The way forward, first we need to respect the laws. Don't use your position to do illegal cutting, illegal logging in Western Equatoria State. If, number two, you come officially, register the company, get the MOU, respect the rules and the regulations or policy of the state government, as well as the policy of the national government. Three, you pay the revenue. You pay the revenue at the county level, the state level, and national level. This is how we can develop the country. By paying the revenue, the government now can build the schools. The government now can pay teachers. The government now can improve the health services in the hospitals to our people, to your family. You're not paying this revenue. Why do you expect us to provide service to our people? So this is the way forward that we can do. And also, we as a state government, we are there to cooperate with all the companies. And then we are there, our door is open for investors to come. Let the investors come and do a right business. whereby we'll benefit. Don't do the business that you benefit alone. Let the state government benefit. Let all of us benefit. You can't benefit alone. I can't benefit alone. We need to benefit together. Because if we fought for this country together, when there is time for cake, we divide the cake together. We cannot fight together, and then you are telling me the cake I cannot take. Like the example of Comrade Waniiga. That Nas Kotolo feel. But my feel bigger mat, you are telling me feel tai talabara. Tan be good, feel bitana talabara.
If you can
That's
just
it.
give me your last comment, your last message to the people of South Sudan.
That we need to respect the authorities of the government, and then we need to respect ourselves as people of Western Equatoria, and then we need to do the right things. We need to support our government, we need to support our people. We need to learn how to pay the revenue. The revenue will allow the government to provide services to the people of Western Equatoria State and to the people of South Sudan. And to thank the President for extending the transitional period to another 24 months, and also to congratulate the President for graduations of the first batch of the Unified Forces, and wish him good health and give him his strength so that he can lead us in these 24 months to come. And then we reach to the election, and then the people will elect the leaders of this country, whereby we'll end the war, because when there is a war, there is no development, there is instability, there is insecurity, and then there will be a lot of problems. But the peace will bring the investors, the peace will build this country, the peace will develop new leaders who will lead this country. When there is a peace, we can live together and pray together and eat together and defend this country together. Thank you.
Honorable Dr. Gaaniko, thank you for giving us your time to talk to SSBC. We hope to talk to you again some other time on a different topic.
Thank you. God bless you.
Viewer, we have come to the end of this program. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.